we are, guys. We're back. We are here today. And yes, I convinced her. She is here with me again. This is my BFF, Tina. You remember her. She was on with me previously. I am so excited. I begged her. I begged her to come and do this with me today. And she begrudgingly said, of course I will. You know, I love you. I'm here. So she is here with me today. And
And we're outside.
I know, right? We're outside again. How cool is this? 2 weeks in a row, right? We got another nice day. So I'm on my deck again. And we are so pumped about this topic today, right? And, you know, I've gone through this with Tina, and she did not have any clue what I was talking about today. And this is a first. This is a first. Usually I tell you guys, you know, I do some research and then I expand on that, you know, with my personal experiences and, you know, people I've talked to. No research today.
It's all personal.
All me.
Personal.
This is all me. I have no notes from the internet. This is all me. These are notes that I put down today. I didn't like what I was seeing in the research. I wanted to do this based on my experience and what I feel and what I've seen. So it's only my notes today. Oh yeah, hardcore. This is hardcore stuff today,
It's
right?
about us.
Yeah, it's all about this. So yeah. And that's why, especially I wanted Tina here today based on the topic. And you saw the title. It is I'm over 50 and Matt is bleep. And you can fill in the blank, fill it in with whatever you want. It's totally fine. I'll leave that up to you guys. But I got 13 things today that I came up with that, you know, ever since I've been over 50, there's just some things that has just grinded my gears. It just pushed my buttons and it just really annoys me. So I just thought it's time. It's time. I've done this long enough, and it's going to be about us today. So we're going to get started right now. Here we go. All right. And this is the first thing. Why is it when you turn 50, all of a sudden everybody acts like you're all of a sudden alien, right? That you've morphed. Like you're, I don't know, you're a caterpillar turning into a butterfly in some cocoon or something. All of a sudden when you're the big 50, all of a sudden you're like some alien being that, you know, just kind of evolved into something. I don't get this.
A totally different person.
I don't get this.
A different person?
Yeah. Did that happen to you?
No.
It didn't happen to me either. I don't get this.
It's just an age.
You know, and it just really annoys me that people treat you like that. Oh, you're 50 now. Oh, well, I'm still the same person I was like when I was 49 and like almost 50. I don't get it. You know, this is just like, I don't know, a mentality of society or something. I don't know, but I'm not going to get deep about it, but it's just really annoying. Okay, here's the second one. And this one I truly mean. This one comes from the heart. Sometimes I wish I didn't know now what I didn't know back then. And I'm referring to like when we were all in our 20s. We were naive. I mean, let's face it.
Young and naive.
Yeah. We were naive. I mean, we hadn't had jobs, you know, we were just in college and having fun. And we had this ideal of what it was to be grown up and to be married and to have kids and have the white picket fence. You know, sometimes I really wish after everything that, you know, we've been through, and Tina, I think you agree with this, sometimes it was kind of nice to be naive back then. And unfortunately, there's no going back. You can't go back. We are where we're at right now in our lives. Sometimes I miss that naivety. It's gone. But in a way, it's okay too. Because now that we're a lot more educated, we've been through a lot more of the hard knocks of life. I think we're better for it. I think we're better for it.
Absolutely. We've grown a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, this next one. This is one that I developed this week after doing the research online. And I was just so peeved. I'm like, oh, this is going to be number 3. This is number 3 on my list. Okay. I don't know why people think because we've been there and done that, they think we're done learning and that we're like in this rut. And don't get me wrong. I do know of people who are over 50 who do that. So I'm going to be fair here, but we're not all like that.
No, it's not everybody.
Okay. You are looking at 2 babes right now who at different points in our life, we've literally reinvented ourselves because we've had to. And I think it's been hard, but it's also been exciting.
Yes, I started a new job a year ago.
She did.
I'm learning things new.
She did. And
completely different.
Yeah, and she did. She reinvented herself a year ago. And I reinvented myself 6 years ago when I came to my new company. But I can also say that every day I work for a medical company. We make medical equipment for hospitals. And you guys know we've had a rough 3 years we all went through. And it was rough. And every day, being that we respond and we have to document to the FDA, we deal with human beings. And I get it. We have to answer for our equipment that is used for people's lives, and I can tell you every day, every week, our procedures are changing. They're evolving. They're getting better. They're getting more specific. Procedures are added. They're adjusted. And it's because of necessity.
So you're learning something new.
Every day. I got to tell you, you never quit learning. I don't care what age you are in your life. If you quit learning, you've shut down, and shame on you. If you've done that, at our stage in life, we have had to reinvent ourselves. We are learning do things every day. And it's still exciting for me to learn something new all the time. I hate being in a rut.
Yeah.
I hate being in a rut.
Don't want to be bored.
No. And being that I'm learning something new all the time, I love it. I love it. I thrive on it. This one's had to do it. She's done it. We can do this. That's the name of the game here, right? That's what we're here about. That's what I'm here to tell you. That's why I wanted her here. That's what I'm saying. You guys out there, you companies out there, listen to this. Those of us like us, listen to what we're saying. Look at us. We're vibrant. We learn every day. We're evolving. Pay attention. All right. Now, I'm going to reverse it a little bit here because I'm not going to take it as far as what's coming against us. I want to come us against society. And society has every right to be frustrated about these two things I'm going to talk about. And Tina was actually wincing earlier when we were going through everything, and she kind of went, ooh. And she has every right to go, ooh, because I was too. Okay. So men who are in their 50s, these men out there who think they even though they're 50, they don't dress. Or even if they do dress like they're in their 50s, they want to hang with the 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds.
Still 20, 25, right?
And think they look it.
And still wear the same clothes that they wore when they were in their 20s, right?
It's horrifying. It's horrifying. Guys, stop it. Stop doing that. You're giving us a bad name, right? We don't do that.
No.
You need to stop it. It's really, really horrifying and really pathetic. And on And on that same note, we've got to come across the women out there. You guys in your 50s and older, dress like your age. I'm not saying we're a muumuu. Don't do that. We're not wearing muumuus. Look at what we're hanging out. We're casual. Don't go the muumuu. You don't go the muumuu route. And please don't wear culottes. Please don't wear culottes.
She had explained to me what a culotte was.
Yeah, I had to give her the definition of what a culotte is. It's horrible. It's horrible. And I'm not going to do that here. I'm not going to do that to you.
And no crop tops, no tight-fitting, obnoxious clothes, right?
Trixie Rage. The point is, I know we're giving you a visual here. Don't wear heavy makeup. Don't wear dark makeup. No. Wear it age appropriate. There's nothing wrong with it. We're proud. We're proud of our age and we're proud of who we are.
We still look nice.
And let me tell you something. I think I'm better now than what I was in my 20s. And I mean that.
Yes.
Are you with me here?
I'm with you.
All right.
More confident. More sure.
Men and women, take note. Look at us. We're an example. Take the example. Please evolve and move on. It's just too bad. It's just too, I can't go on. Okay. All right. Here's another thing, and this is part of my research. Why is it that everybody on the face of the earth, and it's not only the people over 50, but it's some of the young ones, younger than 50, where I don't understand why they do this. I found so much on the internet where people are trying to tell you, oh, when you turn 50, here's what you have to change. Here's what you can expect. Here's who you have to be. Here's what you need
No.
to eat. Here's what you need to change about your life. Everybody out there has advice, or even the other ones. They say, here's, and they get real deep. Here's what I learned when I turned 50, and and then they have lists like 50 to 100 things, right, that they've learned. And oh, please. Okay, no, I'm not deep. I'm not philosophical. That's not what we're here to do. Why is it that everyone wants to tell you when you turn a certain age, no matter what age it is, especially in your 50s, so what you need to expect, how you need to act, what you need to eat? They don't know me.
No,
They don't know me.
everybody's different.
Yes,
We're all different.
exactly.
And it's a mindset, right?
It's a mindset. That is exactly my point. Don't dictate to me. You don't even know me. You don't know anything about us.
Yeah, and it
You don't
might
know
be
about
your experience or your.
And that's fine. If that's your experience, don't be giving me advice on what I should do and what I shouldn't do, what I should expect or what I shouldn't expect. Tina and I are two very different individuals. And even though we know each other and we know a lot about each other, our experiences are very different. Our paths are very different. And where we're at now is very different. So I'm not going to sit here. I can be here for her. I can give her advice. She can give me advice. We can hold each other when we cry. Okay. But our experiences are different because we're two different people.
Right.
So if you're over 50 and you're looking at this crap online, take it with a grain of salt. Remember,
Absolutely.
you're you. Feel comfortable in your own skin. Take it with a grain of salt. And, let bygones be bygones. I don't even look at that stuff anymore because I'm done with it. And that being said, and this is more than just a 50s thing, but we'll go with that. Everybody says, well, in your 50s, it's so hard because you're not only taking care of little ones, you're taking care of the older ones too. You're in the middle. That's not wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm telling you, every age is hard. I don't care if you're in your 20s, 30s, 50s, 80s, whatever. Every age is hard. Every age scheme is hard. And because they're different. It's not that it's the same in every age range. It's different. Every one of them is hard.
Absolutely. You go through different stages, different things. And it doesn't mean just because you were in your 20s, it was a piece of cake.
Nothing. Nothing today is a piece of cake for any age range. But I even look back to my 20s. It was hard back then. It's still hard now.
For different reasons, right?
Exactly.
Different times, different things going on in the world.
Exactly. So let's take a look at that. Don't tell people in their 50s we have it hard. Of course we have it hard, but so does everybody else. We recognize that. We're with you. Moving on. All right.
Moving on.
Yeah. This one isn't so much 50s, but I've seen it a lot, and it was just something that was in my craw recently. And I know it's a big thing today in society, which really irritates me. Everybody is so into the materialistic thing. Everybody wants a bigger house than the neighbor next door. Everybody wants a bigger car. Everybody wants more money. And this is something I'm proud of, being in my 50s. And we talked about this before we went live. When you get into your 50s, and we both lived through tornadoes the year that we both graduated high school.
Long time ago.
And back then, I think we learned the hard way. We saw people lose everything, their homes, their livelihoods. When you see people go through things like that, no matter what the age is, you learn really quickly that material things don't matter. And our society now is so materialistic, and it really bothers me.
You're not guaranteed to have them. They can be taken away, like you said, in an instant.
Very easily. Things can be taken away very quickly at the blink of an eye. And we don't like to think that'll happen, and we don't expect it to happen, but unfortunately it does. And I think in your 50s, you've learned it's all about really what you need. It's not about the material things anymore. It's a lot more realistic. It's really getting those things you need, whether it's food or shelter or a good vehicle. to get you back and forth. It doesn't matter the size. It doesn't matter the flashiness. What matters is you're taking care of the things that really mean something in life. And as they say, can't take it with you. So I really did a lot of thinking about that too, and I wanted to bring that up because that was something really important to me, because I know when you're in your 50s, when you're young, you think you're invincible. Right. But in your 50s, you know that you're not. And it's a very harsh reality. Here's a fun one. This is a fun one. I am over 50. I am sick and tired of these dietitians and these experts who go online and they say, well, you know, you're 50 now and your metabolism is different and your body's changing. I know that. If anybody knows it, I know that. Okay. But they say, well, you need to change how you eat and what you eat, and you need to eat healthier. Baloney.
No, be happy. Eat what you want.
If I want to eat bologna, I'm going to eat bologna. And I'm telling you, if I want a piece of cheesecake, I'm eating a piece of cheesecake.
You should.
Right?
You should enjoy it. Absolutely.
And if it's
cheesecake, be happy.
If it's 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night and there's chocolate chip cookies on the counter, I'm going to have a couple. And I'm not going to care. I'm sick and tired of this health craze, and especially dictating to us over 50. What's a good word for if you want a snack? What is the word? You said it earlier.
I think I remember. Moderation.
Moderation. That's what it's about, no matter what age you are. We're not listening to you when we're 50. We don't care. We're going to eat cheesecake. That's what it's about. You know, and here's a good one. This is another good one because this is kind of based more on work. I don't want to deal with nasty, selfish, bossy, or negative people. I'm not having it. There's no room in my life for that right now.
Nope. Don't put up with it anymore.
We're tired of it. We've dealt with it a long time. And in some ways, we do have to still deal with it. Of course, because we work in an environment, you always have people like that. But I've learned I stay away from them as much as possible. And I'm also the bigger person.
Yep.
You learn to be professional and respectful, but you don't text them. You don't hang out with them after work.
People in your job, yeah.
And you definitely don't have respect for them. But
stay away from those.
You've learned to take a hardcore look, step it up, be the bigger person, be the professional person like you're expected to be. If they're not, and these people won't, they won't. You accept that they're not going to change, that you have to. Stay away from them. Don't talk to them unless you absolutely have to. We've moved on.
And you weed these people out of your friends too. Friends like that.
Oh, you don't have friends like that. No. At this point, you don't have friends. We don't have friends like that.
It's happened to you and it's happened to me.
Oh, yeah.
You weed those friends out.
Yeah. We don't have friends like that. Neither one of us do. We've left those people behind in our lives. We both done it. You do that out of necessity and you just get over it. You move on. And if they don't move on, then it's on them. And if they don't like you for who you are, then who cares? Wow. You're not losing anything. You're not losing anything because of it. Also, Tina and I, we have worked for people all of our lives. We've worked tons of overtime. We've sacrificed ourselves because we're dedicated and we care. And we've been told that's our downfall. And that's a load of baloney. And it's not true. We're going to keep being who we are. If we work overtime, it's on our terms. And
now it is, yeah.
Yeah. And it's because we care. And it's because we're dedicated. And that's another thing. Companies pay attention. We are willing to work overtime. We're willing to do the time. We've done the time.
To an extent at this point, at least me.
And me too. We now, at this point in life, know that these individuals and these companies, they don't appreciate it. It's been nice for the paycheck, but at some point, you have to realize that you putting in all these hours, it's not appreciated. They don't care, and you want that balance back.
They're not, but you neglect your family and friends then.
Which is what we both done.
We have, absolutely.
And we're now at a point where like,
And you don't need to do that.
yeah, we're not doing it anymore. Do we still work overtime? Of course we do. We're dedicated to our jobs. We're dedicated to people around us who are very good to
Right.
work with, and we love what we do. We have both done what we do for over 30 years.
Right.
Okay, I didn't say that, but we both love what we do, or we wouldn't have done it all these years. So we're very dedicated to it. But
You have to draw the line somewhere.
that's what we do,
And for your mental health.
and that's what we do. That's what we do. Please, and Tina has not experienced with this, but I have. And I think a part of it is because I'm a buyer. And when you're a buyer, people think they can be very bluntly mean and nasty to you because you're either a hero or you're in the toilet. There's no in between when you're a buyer. You're either the hero or you're that stuff at the bottom of the barrel and they hate you. There's no in between. So people feel they can be really blunt with you. And I've had this for 30 years, and the last 10 because of the change in the industry. It's the industry itself that's a lot more brutal. And I know that because I've been told, if I don't get a part in, I'm going to force people to be laid off, and I'm going to hurt families. I'm going to hurt patients around the world. I've heard it all. I've also been told that I need to socialize. I love my private time. I learned that from those 3 years I was working hybrid. I love my private time. I came to appreciate who I am. I came to love who I am as a person, and I love spending time with me. But people want to force me to go be social. You're at a stage in life where your family's going to start dying and your friends are going to start dying and you're going to have regrets. Really? You're going to really tell me this?
It's not their business.
That's really rude. And it's really uncalled for. Don't tell me that. Don't tell us that. We know where we
We're
are in
all
life.
aware, right?
Yeah.
We're all aware.
We know where we are in life. And we do spend time with the people we care about, that we love, that are friends and family. Don't tell us things like that. Go away. I mean, really. That's just really ignorant. I'm sorry. I had to sound off on that one. Tina said she's never experienced that, but I have.
No, I've
So-
never had someone ask me that or tell me that.
Yeah. I'm sounding off on that. And then now I'm to the last one. I promise I'm to the last one. This is the 13th one. And Tina and I both said this. We talked a little bit in length about it. When you're younger, and as you go through the different phases in your life, when you're out with different groups of people, when you're in your 20s, you're going out with your friends in college, or, you're still going out with your high school friends.
And you want to fit in, find your niche, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing. Or trying to find out who you are too.
Back then it matters that you fit in. You want to be part of a group.
Right.
Or like when I was at our former company, there was a whole bunch of us that went out to work after work. You adjusted your personality to fit in with that group because you wanted to belong and you wanted to have fun, and you were just still trying to find yourself. At this stage in the game, we know who we are.
Right.
We don't need to adjust who we are. We're at the point where we really don't give a flying leap. If you don't like us for who we are, we really have no time for you, and you're not worth our time. It's your loss, because I have to tell you, we're some pretty awesome babes here. We're some pretty awesome people, and it's really your loss if you can't see us for the amazing people that we are. I feel sorry for you. I genuinely do.
You should be able to be who you are, and not just who you are to fit in with someone or a crowd. Right?
And at this stage in life, that's what we're doing.
You shouldn't have to.
So, with us being over 50, I've had some fun here. We've laughed and joked. But when you're over 50, I think I'm at a point in my life. I look back to my 20s and the struggles I went through back then, and my 30s and whatever. I think my 40s were good, and my 50s is, even though they're challenging, I've finally got to the point in my life where I'm comfortable in my own skin.
Comfortable with who you are?
Yeah, I've connected with me, who I am, I'm happy with who I am, and I'm content, and I have a peace with me. I don't know. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I agree. I think so. I think you get to a certain point where you learn who you are and what you're going to put up with and what you're not going to put up with.
Yeah. So, with everything that we've talked about here, I have to honestly say that in looking forward, the 50s are not something that's amazingly different from any other time in your life. It's just different. That's all it is. And you find this peace with yourself. All your life when you're younger, you struggle with these different groups of people, and you're trying to find who you are. I'm there now. Tina's there now. And to get to that point, there is a really huge relief in getting to that point and finding that you get that monkey off your back. It's not there anymore. You don't have to prove anything to anybody anymore. And I'm not just seeing anybody who's younger. You're going through your own things, and we've been there and we've done that. But when you're over 50, the stigma of society that it puts on you, it's not true. It's really not true. And that's what we're here to tell you is we're here. We're happy with who we are. And there's a contentment that you can't trade for anything in the world. Anything else, Tina?
I think you hit it all.
I hope so. Hope I did. I hope you learned something today. I've had a ball with my bestie here, and trust me, you're going to see her again in the future. And I am still my friend Dan. I know I did a live with him. I'm still trying to get him. We're going to try to hook up, and we're going to try to do a live. He is traveling out and about, helping some friends. So kudos to him. And he's going to be coming home soon, which is really exciting. But that being said, and I've got some messages. Okay, I just got some comments here. Okay, let's do some comments. We got some comments here. Okay. Oh, Mark, it's Mark. Okay, thank you. He's actually out in the garage, giving us our space here. He's not into the camera thing, which is okay. The camera thing isn't for everybody, but he's giving me some comments. So thank you so much. Here we go.
Oh my.
Yeah, here we go. All right. You're always naive. That's what keeps pushing you into seclusion. People like taking advantage of people being nice.
That's so true. Absolutely. You do get taken advantage of if you're nice.
We both-
Used, abused.
We have, haven't
Absolutely.
we?
You have to stand up for yourself sometimes.
We have, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
We've had to learn that.
The hard way.
Yeah. Well,
And I'm sure
neither
we're
one of
not
us
the
have.
only ones.
Neither one of us have been really good at doing that. So we've had to learn and support each other along the way, and had some good people.
But when you get to
Yeah.
this point, you know who those people are.
Yeah.
You get to feel who they are.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Okay, here we go. Eat your hearts out. Yeah, right. Eat your hearts out. They are the best ladies in the world. Yes, we are. Totally. Yes, we are. I'm glad you noticed it, babe. Absolutely. Really? This is your comment? Wow. What happens when you hit 60? How would I know? I'm not 60.
It's a number.
But I think maybe you are.
Ooh.
Maybe we need to get you on here
Yeah.
and maybe fill us in.
There you
Huh?
go.
Maybe.
From there.
Yeah. Or okay, here we go. Okay. Or you both take care of loved ones. God bless you. Yeah, we both do. And but we also have our significant others and friends, and we're all in this together. We're all supporting elderly parents.
Yep.
Tina has a mom, and my sister and I, and we have great significant others in our lives. And Tina's met my parents. They love her to death, and we're all supporting them. And that's and that's a lot of work, but we love each other, and that's just what we do. So thank you very much. But you're part of that as well. As is some others. So we thank all of you as well for what you do to help us along our way. And of course, come spoiler time.
Ooh, drum roll.
I know.
Drum roll.
Oh, do your drum roll. She did a really good drum roll. All right, yeah, she does. She does a good one. Yeah. All right. So you are corny, but that's why I love you, and that's why I wanted you on here. So next week, my topic is going to be how to be frugal in these times. We're all struggling, with groceries, and with our vehicles, with fuel and upkeep, and
Everything's gone up, right? Everything, all bills,
everything has gone up except probably our
your
salaries.
wages,
Yeah.
right?
And we're all seeing it. And I thought, you know what? I would like to talk about maybe some things that I'm doing, that maybe you can try and you can do, to be frugal. I'm not saying be cheap. Cheap and frugal are two totally different things. And I've done little things. It's not big things. You don't have to do big things.
And every little thing helps. It can help. Bottom line.
And builds together and grows
That's right.
into one big snowball. That's what those little snowflakes do. They grow into one big snowball. And that's what we're going to talk about next week. We're going to talk about being frugal and trying to help each other out there. Because it's not going to get better, but we're gonna get through this together, and we're going to talk about it next week, 4:00 Eastern Standard Time. Same time, same channel.
Outside, hopefully.
Oh, I'd love to do it outside again. I'm loving it. And subscribe, like, come back next week. And we're going to end with Tina, do it with me.
What are we doing?
We got this. We can do it.
We can.
I can. And I will.
I will.
And so will she. And so
We
will you.
We will.
Until next week. Thank you, Tina, again,
Absolutely.
for joining me.
Anytime.
Always awesome. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe, as always. And until next time, bye-bye.